Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. It's Paul, otherwise known here on YouTube as OPTIBOTIMUS, and I am here inside an empty movie theater right now. Like, there's nobody here. I'm the only one here. I'm about to watch a early preview of Ghostbusters Afterlife. Super excited. I just kind of wanted to, before I saw the movie, give my thoughts, kind of expectations. I've kind of avoided spoilers and things of that nature. The trailers kind of give some stuff away about what could potentially be happening in it, and I'm pretty excited about it, to be totally honest. Jason Reitman, I think, has the right idea with this kind of movie. Was able to finally bring everybody back together, all the original people, minus Harold Ramis, which is going to be sad. But I think that after 33 years, it should be fun. So let's take a look, and I'll give you my thoughts after. Bye. And first off, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to give a spoiler video on this. A lot of times I will, as like a review sort of thing. I just want this to be kind of a reaction sort of video. And what I will say about Ghostbusters Afterlife. Pure joy. Pure joy. I've seen some people post reviews, critics and things like that, and they kind of criticize it because, number one, they say that it's not a comedy. Not in the same vein as the original Ghostbuster movies. Definitely not. But you also the original Ghostbuster movies were written by Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd, two comedy legends. So it's definitely going to have a slightly different tone to it. There's humor in it, and I was chuckling a lot throughout the entire movie. The other criticism that people said is that there's a lot of fan service in it. And I've talked about this before, that I feel like when you make a movie that is catered to just fans of a franchise, it tends to not do very well. Transformers, I'm going to use that as an example. The Transformers franchise appeals to people like my mom, who are not big Transformer fans. Michael Bay knows how to appeal to those people. Travis Knight, on the other hand, knows how to appeal to fans, which, in my opinion, is why Bumblebee is widely regarded by many Transformer fans as being the best live-action Transformer movie, but financially, it was not as successful as the other Transformer movies. I also count myself as a fan of Superman Returns, and not a lot of people like that one. I love it because, to me, it's a nice fan homage to the Richard Donner films with Christopher Reeve. So I tend to think that movies that are done for fans tend to not do as well. So I definitely think that this is one where obviously Jason Reitman, the son of Ivan Reitman, wanted to do a love letter movie, not only to himself but also to his father, who started the Ghostbusters franchise with all the other guys. And he hasn't made a secret about that. So I feel like it's kind of a stupid criticism to do that. And I keep looking at my clock. I'm sorry. I don't want to go too long because I literally it is 9:44. I literally just walked into my place and I wanted to record this while it was all fresh. But Jason Reitman has said that this is meant to be a movie like this. And I don't see why that should be a negative for it. He told us what it was going to be. And I'm trying to block out the light behind me there, so I'm sorry, guys. And Jason has done a spectacular job with this movie. It definitely had it had humor. Definitely had the nods. It is a beautiful full circle sort of movie that from the minute that I watch it, I will get into some spoiler things, so I'm not going to give too much away. So if you don't obviously want to hear anything about the story or anything, feel free to stop watching, come back later and watch later on. But I'll tell you that when the movie opens, my heart was starting to swell already. It opens with an action sequence, and many of you know that Harold Ramis passed away before they could ever do this movie. And I even said this to Kelly, my girlfriend, while we were watching the end credits. I will tell you, there are two post movies. There's a mid-credit scene that you're going to want to stick around and watch, and then there's an end credit scene as well. So I will tell you that. But both of us kind of agreed that this movie sadly would more than likely never have been done if Harold Ramis was still with us. The surrounding story of this, and this is nothing that is a spoiler, is that Egon Spengler had a family. From that family, he ends up having a daughter, and then the daughter ends up having kids, Trevor and Phoebe. Trevor is a little bit more, he's the young man who is on Stranger Things. I don't remember his name, but he's a little bit more, kind of cool and everything. Phoebe, on the other hand, is very much like her grandfather. And because of that, is kind of I don't want to say an outcast, but definitely separated from everybody else because of her quirkiness. And the whole journey is surrounded upon Egon discovering something and going off to this town of Sunnyvale, I think, or Sunnydale, something like that, and being there this whole time. And then then obviously it is written into the story that he passes away because Harold Ramis is no longer with us. And the story surrounds his grandkids and his daughter going to his dirt farm, as it's referred to in the film, and just going through his stuff and everything. That's when they start discovering what he basically was and who he basically was. And it's like I said, it's a very full circle sort of thing where I will tell you this is a true sequel to the Ghostbusters movies. There is no reference really to the 2016 Paul Feige movie. Feige? I don't know how to say his name. Paul. The all-girl Ghostbusters. This is a complete departure from that. So if anybody was freaking out about it, don't, because that doesn't even get brought up in this. But it, like I said, it is a full circle sort of thing to the franchise. So what starts in the first Ghostbuster movie, we come to find out carries over and is kind of the main focus of Afterlife. And it is beautifully done. There's a ton of those nods that, as a Ghostbuster fan, are going to pull on your heartstrings. And I'll just wrap this up saying that I, as well as Kelly, we both had tears in our eyes at the end of the movie. Both of us, she kind of teased me because I was like, like, you could feel it. And the emotion came through. Now, like, I've been a Ghostbuster fan my entire life, and the original movie came out in '84. Ghostbusters 2 came out in '89, and it's been 33 years. I sat there at the end of the movie knowing what was going to happen, and then some stuff kind of continued, and I just couldn't anymore. And it was beautiful. It was beautifully done. There's a notification. Get that out of here. If you're a Ghostbuster fan, you're going to go see this movie anyhow. But I really do also think that it is a good movie in general. I think that is going to get people interested in Ghostbusters. I hope it gets people interested in Ghostbusters again. It's a franchise that now I feel can continue on in the right way. Everybody in it really does a terrific job. Spoilers, throwing it out there again, not really much of a spoiler because it's already been announced that a lot of the main group of people are coming back. So Annie Potts is there as Janine Milnitz. We have Peter Venkman, Bill Murray. He came back in this. Beautiful, beautiful. Ernie Hudson, Winston Zeddemore, and of course Dan Aykroyd. I remember seeing that Sigourney Weaver was going to be reprising her role, and through the whole movie, again, spoiler, through the whole movie, I was sitting there, I was like, I don't remember seeing her, and then she pops up. So I'm like, okay, cool. I will say that I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get Rick Moranis. Now, again, that was never confirmed that he was going to. That was just kind of my hope for it. So I guess that's a spoiler as well. And I want to say that, you know, he retired from acting, and then I kind of got a little bit excited when I saw that he did that Mint Mobile commercial with Ryan Reynolds, and I was like, ooh, maybe he'll come back as Louis Tully for a brief cameo. So that was a personal thing that I wanted. It did not happen. I'll tell you that right now. But it doesn't ruin anything for the film, obviously, because he's not there. I just really enjoyed this movie. And I liked the 2016 movie. I really did. I had fun with it. It was different, but this one, like I said, I feel really sets up for more with it. The group of people, so you have Trevor, and now that I've seen the movie, I can 100% tell you that Phoebe is the Egon of this group. Podcast is the Ray Stantz from this. You have Trevor, who is really kind of like the Peter Venkman, and then you have Lucky, who is probably the Winston. So, I mean, when you think about it, the characters are still very much like the characters that we got before in terms of the character traits. You know, Phoebe is kind of nerdy like Egon was. Podcast was very much excited about everything that he was seeing, very much like Ray Stantz is. You know, I'm like super excited about it. Trevor was trying to be like that kind of cool guy in it, much like Bill Murray kind of brought in there. And then Lucky brought in what Winston did, is that like down-to-earth, real-world kind of thing. So there are definite mirror images from what, and I guess you could say that, you know, that's kind of like a nod to the fans. There are definite mirror images between the original Ghostbusters and now. But I feel like this kind of was needed as a way to springboard this Ghostbuster franchise into the future, and I really do hope that we get more. I really do hope that Jason Reitman stays with it. He put the soul in it, and I said this in some of my Ghostbuster Afterlife reviews, that the soul of Ghostbusters, kind of like Harold Ramis and stuff, is 100% there with this Afterlife movie. The soul is there, and that's what I love so much about it. I can't tell you how happy the movie made me. Like I said, 33 years waited for a true sequel to the Ghostbusters, and I thought it was outstanding. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Like I said, I don't want to give too much away in terms of the story, the plot, or anything of that nature. So I tried to keep it very focused on just giving you my reactions and stuff. So hopefully you guys are going to go see it. If you don't, come back. Or if you haven't seen it yet, obviously, and you don't want to watch this video, that's fine. Maybe, why are you even like all this way into the video if you're not? But hopefully we can talk about it. Please don't post spoilers in the comments until like a little bit later. Obviously, this video is going to be around for a while, so after a couple years, you can probably post spoilers. That's going to be fine. But if you're seeing the movie a week after it, be cool. Don't ruin it for other people. Let them enjoy it. But that's it, guys. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Huge thank you to Ivan Reitman, or to Jason Reitman. He's never going to see this video. But huge thank you to Jason Reitman for giving us a beautifully done film that, as a love letter to fans, also I feel is a love letter to Jason's father, Ivan. So thank you to Ivan, Dan Aykroyd, obviously all the guys that came back, Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray, Sigourney Weaver, Dan Aykroyd, and to the one and only Harold Ramis, who is not with us anymore. It's a great movie, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, my rambling and such like that. So until next time, this has been OPTIBOTIMUS saying I love you all, be safe, take care of each other, and remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you all for watching and taking the time to be a kid.